Well, it's Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, it is, Birdie. Yeah, she's right here beneath my feet. Anyway, I probably need to get this finished up. I think I should be able to get all the dishes and everything put away here and get that done, and hopefully then I can get that rack cast iron rack for cast iron. That's what I'm looking for. Get that put together, put up, installed. Get my cast iron put away. Yeah. Oh, I've already been outside and done the last mowing of the fall for up here around the house, and so I'm a little bit out of breath here and everything. Chased my puppy down, chased my kitty down, and yeah, it's been a good afternoon. Let's see if we can get some of this done. Well, and there I pretty well have my kitchen counter all the way over to the refrigerator. Got that all cleaned up. I still don't have everything put away, but that's what we're going to do is we're going to change direction here just a little bit. Not too terribly badly, but we are going to change direction here a little bit. And we're going to see if we can get that cast iron rack installed. I think we can do that. Let's see what we do. Okay, now we're going to do some search and rescue stuff. I want to put that on that wall, but I did not build that wall, so I'm not exactly sure where the studs are. And that's one of the reasons why I want the 12-inch board. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out of there. That was just there so I could take some pictures and show somebody else what I was doing. Yeah. Ouch. I suppose. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this over. See, this is the part that I really am trying to get put behind me. Every time I try to do something in here, I gotta move something to do it. Part of that is because well, it's just one of those things. When you are married, sometimes you don't get to make all the decisions. There's nothing wrong with that. Except for the fact that when the one person takes off, it leaves you with the stuff. And I'm not complaining about being left with the stuff. I'm just saying, there's stuff here. I don't know where it is. I was hoping I'd find a stud right there. I suppose it would help if I turned the thing on, huh? Also help. Got a stud scan mode and I got a deep scan mode. It ain't telling me much, is it? Probably tell me I don't know how to run my stud finder, and I used to. Stud sensor, Pro 45, Zircon. That's supposed to be a good one. Okay, that's consistent. There's a row of nails here. One here, 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 and here. I'm going to bet those are in a stud. And see, that's pointed right at that nail. It is here too. Okay. I like that. That makes my life easier. Yeah, we can figure out how to shut that off. Okay, now I gotta pull those nails. Yay. Now, I am not going for a finished build here. I'm going for a functional build. And in doing that, this board, no, you can't see this board. The board that I put up on the table earlier, that will eventually get sanded down, get a coat of stain. That looks pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, you can't see that at all. Okay, that's cool. Well, now that I'm confident that I know where the stud is, that actually makes things a whole lot easier for me. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, I'm back with the hammer. We should be able to take nails out now. So I got one. Yeah, I would say that nail is embedded in a stud. There's one. Boy, somebody wanted those to stay. Those are 6-penny nails. Okay. Look here. Is this a nail? No, that's not a nail. This is, though. It came right out. Bernie, you leave that cow alone, she'll whoop you. She'll whoop you hard. Well, those came out easier than I was afraid they might. Got one here in the end of this cabinet. I think I'll go ahead and pull too. Don't know why anybody would have put a nail in a cabinet, but somebody did. Okay. Cool. Step one accomplished. Okay. Now, when I'm putting this board up, you're going to see that the end that I'm trying to hide here is split. I did not catch on to that when I bought the board the other day. Now then, do I have enough relief to insert this without messing with the cabinet? The answer to that question is no. Close. There, I got it. So what I want to do is center that board between the edge of this cabinet and this here. Now, and what I don't have is I don't have any way to keep that board there other than to let it go all the way down. And the problem with doing that is that I remember that's now on a couple cord sticking out of an outlet, so it's not going to be real secure. Oh, okay. So already, I gotta go to the left. That's too far. That's not quite far enough. How close are we here? I'm 3 3/4 there. Oh, I'm 3 5/8 there. I'm not that far off. Well, I may not fuss about that because this here, the cabinet sticks out further than what the cleat board, mounting board for the cabinet was. So visually, that's probably pretty close. Will it stay there while I get a level? No, of course not. Let me go get a level. Let's see what we get. Which raises the question, how close to being plumb is this piece of this piece? Let's see if I can figure out a way to let you see what I'm doing here. Well, either my level is way off and one of these bubbles isn't right. I've had this level a long time. Well, I'm convinced that that isn't straight. Straight would be more nearly over here. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's do the same thing. Is my house that far out of plumb? I suppose it might be. Again, I did not build it. Well, this side's about the same far off. This side is more consistent though than what that side is. So we're going to work to this side, okay? That makes sense? Does to me. Now then, interesting. Can I take this board in and out of here over here like so? I have enough space to do it. Just come out this way. I think I do. Okay. So we're going to measure off of that side. Yeah, let's find our old nail holes. Is that a nail hole? That's a nail hole. Almost exactly 9 inches. That one is also almost exactly 9 inches. This would be about 9 1/4. Well, that's also okay. So 3 3/4, right? Yep. 3 3/4 from 9 inches should leave me about 5 1/4. So here's what we're going to do. Is we're going to, ooh, I wonder where my tri-square is. 5 3/4. 5 3/4. We're going to put a mark at 5 3/4. And we're going to put that's just almost going to center those, because that's 11 and a half. That board's only 11 and a quarter. Okay, so 5 3/4. Then, let's take our trusty dusty straight edge. What did I do with my trusty dusty straight edge? Here it is. There's a mark at 5 3/4. There's a mark at 5 3/4. There's a mark at 5 3/4. Then we're going to draw a line straight down here. And of course you do that in pencil. Okay. So that'll give me a screw line. I think we'll put 3 screws in that, which means I gotta go get a screw gun and some screws. Yeah. A screw gun and some screws. That was great. You didn't see a thing of what I was measuring out there, did you? Well, I've got a line the length of that board, 5 3/4 inches from that far side of that board. Okay, again, let's go back to get a screw. Okay, how many of you caught on to the fact that I measured that wrong? I've got a stud at 9 inches. I got a 3 3/4 inch gap, which means I only need 5 1/4 here. And sure enough, I did 5 3/4. Let's go back and make this right. See this? I knew I'd get you in on the party here somehow. Now, at some point, all of this is going to get sanded off. And will all go away. Except for the screw holes themselves. So yeah, my row of screws was about 1/2 inch off. Bernie, it's enough. Leave the kitty alone. Leave the kitty alone. So, that's better. All I gotta do now is make sure I put those in the right one, huh? Let's grab this. I brought in screws. 1, 2, 3 of them. I'm just gonna put 3 screws in here. And I don't know, maybe it's cheating, maybe it's not, but I'm going to use construction grade deck screws. And all I want to do at this point is just get them started. I don't want to go through the board and drive them into the table. I would prefer not to do that. Okay, let's stay out of that knot. Now then, can I get my board back in there? I bet I can get close. Okay. Stuff over here I'm stepping on that really should have been cleaned out before I started this project. But hey, I'm me. Why would I do something the right way? off of this trim piece down beneath its wedge between that and the counter. There it fell in. Thank you. I think I have a hard head, huh? Okay. Now then, how close am I to being where I want to be? I bet I'm not too far out. Yep, there's my 3 3/4. This was 3 1/2. Okay. Can I go straight up? Let me get my screw gun lined out here to where when I find the spot I want, it doesn't move around on me. Okay. Again, major taping. I bet now I've got to where you can't see what I'm doing over here. Great. Oh yeah, board don't slide. Okay. Okay. Off a 1/4. How close am I now? Pretty close. The nice part about this is this does not have to be exact. And remember, I started out my trip to town saying, I am not a cabinet builder, and by the time this video is over, you will understand how and why that I can make that statement. Well, this is probably not how a cabinet builder would do this. How are we doing here? We need to go this way. Just a touch. I may need to lighten. Back this one up just a touch. Okay. I'm going to angle this thing up so you can at least kind of see what I'm doing here anyway. You can kind of see. So I got it all the way up to the top. I got the bottom one there set pretty close to 3 3/4 to the edge between the edge of the board and the cabinet. Bring this back to where I'm within reasonable tolerances there. And like I said, I don't want to measure off of this because the level showed that that board was nowhere close to being plumb. So the cabinets were pretty well equally plumbed from side to side. There's my 3 3/4. Let's take a step back and look at this. Okay, from where I'm at, that looks just a little cattywampus. Not much, but just a little. Does that look straighter? Okay. So I got this board that's not straight. I got this edge that kind of steps in and out here a little bit. This edge is almost, well, it's more than a 1/4 inch, not quite 5/16 away from this edge. And I'm lining it up on the edge of the cabinet here is what I'm doing. Let's see how close we are. I am convinced that my screw hit the stud, so that makes me happy. Okay, at this point, I'm just over 3.5. At this point, I'm 3 5/8. You know what? I think we're going to live with it. We know it's not going to be perfectly straight. It can't be. And so we're just going to make it functional. I think we can still do that. Oh, turn it the right way. We need to go down a little bit more with that screw. I like these exterior decking screws. One of the reasons is they're much stronger than what a regular drywall screw is. The second reason is they've got a torque set, and unlike a drywall screw, which is pretty easy to start spinning your bit on, this holds it pretty well. I got to get a bit of an elevation assistant here, a bit of a ladder. I'll get that and be right back. And I think I've changed my mind. When I originally started dreaming this up, I was going to put a shelf, actually be a leg, laid flat on that countertop and help support the weight of what we're going to hang on here. Well, the problem with it is nothing over here appears to be level, and I did find a stud, so I can put screws into this stud and actually probably make a more secure situation here than what I had. Now then, probably what I should have done was I probably should have laid out my wire racks on this thing. Before I installed it. But I think I'm going to leave it and see if I can get my wire racks installed with everything sitting where it's at. I think that'll work. Okay, do I want to put more screws in that? I think I do. I think I should. The way these are bottoming out, there's every reason to believe that I'm continuing to hit that stud too. So that makes me feel real good about my situation here. By the way, these are 3-inch exterior deck screws that I'm using. That puts me through the 1x, puts me through probably at least a 1/2 inch of drywall. So that would be, 1 1/4 inches. So if I've got 1 1/4 inches, yeah, that's giving me about 2 inches of screw into the stud. That one felt good. This one didn't. That one may not have got wood. There might be a gap in that stud someplace. That's always possible. I'm going to put 2 more screws in here. Just because I can. Just because. Now, if I was young, I could just bounce right up on the countertop and go. I'm not young. And I'd just as soon not bounce off the floor. Now, having a ladder here, I may go back to my original plan and get up on there. So, if I put 2 screws in there, let's see if I can, by sight, fairly evenly space them. Put one butt right there. And one about right there. And no, I am not about to put my ruler on there to see how exactly even those are. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that one sounded real good. Cool. I do believe I've got a board mounted. I like it. Well, now we begin to get into the shelf layout phase of this whole thing. And to start that out, let's see what happens. Well, yeah, trip over it, Joe. Good job. Now I've got one Dutch oven with a lid, and I've got a second Dutch oven, which is actually the better of the 2 Dutch ovens, but that does not have a lid. One's a Lodge, the other one's a Wagner. The Lodge has a lid. The Wagner doesn't. So, here we go. What I want to do now is I want to start up here. I want to put a cleat board across here. I probably should get that level. That'll probably be the deal. Probably be a good deal to have that one be level. Let's see how this goes. Okay. So I'll put a cleat board across there. This will rest on the cleat board, like so. Yeah, I can drop that down a little bit. I don't want to drop it down real far. Ooh, I've got this knot here in my way. I may have to raise this first shelf up above that knot, which is fine. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. So, let me do a little bit of figuring. And I think I know where I got some 1x that I can cut into cleat boards. And let's see what else we can do here. I think that's going to work out pretty good. I got 3 of those racks. And that's going to put the top one up there a ways. But I could put light stuff up on the very top one. And still make it work. Still make it go. Well, I look back across my clips and I got far more stuff here than I really tried to get in one video. So I'm going to end this one here. And we'll catch up with the rest of it tomorrow. And we'll see how things go. Tomorrow should be a good day. I've got to get plants inside. They're talking frost warnings here tonight. It's the first frost of the year. If it comes, we'll do some checking. I've got 2 outside plants that'll need to come inside and be taken care of. But hey, yeah, I'm beginning to be able to see my kitchen and get that up there and get my cast iron put away. That'll relieve quite a bit of stuff. I'm looking forward to this.